This video is made for adult collectors because man's so drunk he can't stand up straight for 5 minutes. Damn it. I was so looking forward to this. I love the Star Convoy design and this thing looks amazing. Like visually it really embodies what I think an MP Star Convoy would look like. It is wrought with problems though. But like, I'll talk about those later. I want to get the cool stuff done first. I love when toys like this that are made to evoke that old G1 aesthetic do tampagraphs that look like stickers. They aren't stickers, but they look like it, and I love that. Seeing how stickers were, how Deco was done back in G1. He's huge too, like commanding a presence larger than a 3.0 DLX toy. He feels chunky and has a lot of nice clickety ratchets. The paintwork is very clean, though it feels like it could have used a bit more in certain areas. A lot of him is not paint, it's colored plastic. I really love how clean the gold chest fin came out. It brings an extra little bit of life to the design, and the head sculpt. Boy, is that a nice and clean head sculpt. The crest, the little green dot, the rounded mouth plate. It's just a really nice head. So no head. The figure also cleans up pretty nicely with no egregious kibble hanging off. Everything looks like tip-top shape. Now let's get into the issues. But to start with, the head. It's really loose in certain angles. Oh, see, now he's sinking. It's really loose at certain angles. And like, what's really weird is, I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see this, but in there, you can see a stress line. It's really hard to see on camera, but it's there. And no matter how much time I spend trying to screw the head together or putting floor polish in the ball joint, it does not remedy the issue. Look at him. I didn't even do anything. See, it's not great when the leg can just do that. The next issue I have, which cannon is it? This cannon is extremely loose. That's an easy fix. I just haven't done it yet, but that's something to make note of. Next, if you notice, we're going up and down because, yeah, there's a lot of problems. The next one is this section right here, this little window. I hit myself in the face with it, but it's not glued in. And you might be thinking, oh, that's fine, just don't press it. Well, a lot of times when you're grabbing the figure or whatever, like, you'll pick up a toy sometimes from its chest, because that's the most stable, sturdy part, and you pick them up and you push the windshield out. Glue will fix that, but I haven't glued it in yet for the purposes of this video. Next is the bicep swivels. Now, I don't see very many people, I'm just gonna compress his legs so he doesn't fall over. If you look at his biceps right up here, it's all chewed up. A better example is this one. It's all chewed up. And that's because you rotate the bicep swivel, oh, cool. But if this is bent ever so slightly and you start rotating it, see what it's doing there? See that? It's chewing itself up right here. And I feel like these need to be rounded off in order for that to, like, you should keep it straight, right? But every once in a while, you'll have the elbow bent and you just won't think about it and you'll rotate the bicep. Because normally, again, bringing this guy in just to give an example, you can bend an arm and then still use a bicep, right? But the way that they've designed it here, it doesn't work. It's really unfortunate. The leg sliders don't work. His head just, and there he goes. His head just flew off, by the way, when I extended the legs up. So the leg sliders aren't the reason he keeps falling over, by the way. But the leg sliders, the reason they don't work is because, from what I've been able to see from Piaw's video, look, he's sinking, is that he sunk again. There are little clips in here that like are pressure points that will lock the limbs in place, but the ones at the top are like squished or not right or something. There are replacement parts you can get for this. I don't have them because I bought this at a convention, so I have to like go through a very specific way to get replacement parts, and I don't really care enough to do that because this is going back in its box. But yeah, a lot of people, what I see is take the legs apart and swap them because the ones at the bottom are really strong and you don't need them to be really strong because it all taps together in alt mode. So you swap them. I don't have a screwdriver that's long enough and skinny enough to fit in there, so I need to buy a screwdriver to do that. But that's the way you fix it. You shouldn't have to, but yeah, if I just like, that shouldn't. So the heels and the back of the legs in general are just odd. For some reason, the heels, they decided it'd be a good idea to move that way. And because they move ever so slightly up, and they're not exactly the tightest things in the world, he will constantly just lean on them and fall backwards. That's why he keeps falling over. Now, if you notice, there's these two panels back here. Now, these do open. Takes a little bit, but you can get them open. There we go. They open. So I thought, oh, you could shove this in here because there's a joint here. No. So I thought maybe the heels would have like folded it. No, it's just a useless heel joint. It pegs it in to here in alt mode. But you don't really need to do that. Like, it's not necessary. So making the heel move is just not a great idea. Also, the feet sliders don't have locking points. So sometimes the feet will just shift. It really sucks because it's a nice design, like a really nice design, and it's very cool to look at and it feels good. It's just those weird issues that should have not made it past inspection, just sort of made it out. There are ways to fix things. There are replacement knee sliders. I can glue the window in, the head. Well, I tried fixing the head and nothing works, so no head. It's a huge shame, and a lot of it feels like design oversight, or they wanted this thing out now and rushed it out through checks or something. I don't actually know the reason why, and I know there are a lot of official third-party people on Twitter who would probably know the answer, and honestly, if they want to educate me, I would totally be down for finding out why this ended up the way it did. So let's see if I can do posing without him falling over. Look, he's shrinking again into his own knee. There we go. So, head, as you saw, is on a ball joint that goes around way too much. Sometimes it'll just come right off. Don't compress. Shoulders. Really nice ratchet joints. Throw a full 360. They go out at the shoulder and then out at the torso. So you can get the arm going. You can't even see that. You can get the arm going out that far. Like I said, he's got bicep rotation. Just make sure this first joint is straight. You have double jointed elbows, wrist rotation, fingers are all individually articulated. Ab crunch, waist joint, hip skirts move out of the way to accommodate leg movement. That's the leg movement. Thigh rotation, this thing. Come on, see, it locks there, but it doesn't lock the other way. Double jointed knees that bend about that far. Then the ankle pivot, toes move up and down, heels move for no reason. And then he compresses into himself and falls over. So the robot is a bit of a disappointment. It looks awesome, but is functionally a wreck. So how's that transformation? So the transformation is simple on paper. It's just, well, the instructions suck, but these issues make it, I haven't picked them up yet. These issues are kind of annoying. So we're going to start by removing the gun from the hand. And then we're going to peg the legs together like that. Slide the feet back as far as they'll go. Just like so. We're not going to peg the heels in just yet because it's a lot easier when he's actually, you know, standing up straight. Rotate the waist. Don't push the windshield in. So I just did that. Hands need to be in fists. There we go. He's already compressing. You're not supposed to compress yet. Bring the arms out. Open this up. Fold the hand in. Close that up. Peg it into the shoulder. Somehow. There we go. Bring this wheel down. Peg it in. Rotate arm. Fold cannon. Bring the stuff up, open that, rotate, oops, don't take the tire off, rotate the wheel out. Oh, I forgot to mention, he also comes with a gun. Yay, gun. Oh, it's hot in here. I need to lie him down for this. You have to like shimmy these out. There we go. That one's out. That one's out. Fold the head into the chest. Now you straighten that out. Oh, my neck. Fold these sections from underneath around. wiggle this over, slide this together, get it all clipped into place. Now you slide the legs in. They will click. Peg this together. There we go. Make sure the wheel's not falling off. What? That wheel is so ready to just come off. Now, I'll unpeg the treads, bring these down, peg it in, peg that together, peg that into place, and that's one side. Take the gun. There we go. I'm turning the fan back on. Yeah, because of the issues in the build, that transformation ain't the greatest, but look at this truck mode. It looks really cool. But this gap at the front, I'm not a fan of. I'm usually okay with gaps, but that looks weird to me. It looks like it's just like the front of the truck's hanging off for dear life. The legs just being feet at the back is also strange to me. They totally were planning on folding that away, and it just doesn't. There's also holes all over this, and I don't like when they do that. I've noticed a lot of third-party toys do that a lot, and it just is weird. Like, you can cover tab holes and stuff, or make it so that the plastic on the outside is slightly thinner so you can put like a tab at the or a hole at the back, or covering the air holes. Takara does that quite well, and I feel like third-party companies should learn from the way that Takara does it, because their alt modes look clean and usually aren't full of holes. It's a damn shame because I really like the look of this toy, but those functional problems are just a lot. Not to mention, I just noticed while writing this, the front windshield is popping out and the side window is compressed in. I'm gonna have to do a whole restoration on this, and it's brand new. I got this for 185 Canadian, and yeah, I want my money back. Though, I bought this at a convention, and those are usually final sale purchases, so I have to live with the decision I made. No, I don't recommend it unless you're ready for repairs, or if it's like heavy sale, but it's just not worth it, unfortunately. Hopefully another company takes a stab at Star Convoy again, or maybe Ocular Max / Masterminds Creations can remake this with absolutely no issues, because I've heard there are versions that come out with the knee fixes, but I didn't get one of those, unfortunately. But fixing the rest of the issues would also be a really nice thing for them to do and release like a second version of it. I would be down for that. I would sell this for real cheap and then buy the new one. But that's my look at Mastermind Creations Star Convoy. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.